In the shadows of the digital realm, Jackalbite rises to haunt your screens. Subscribe now, or the shadows will find you.
Backrooms take you away. Static, crackle, fade, and footsteps. How am I right there? No click, nah, you're lost in the hum. Yellow walls call, but you can't outrun. No clip, you're gone.
Graveyard heartbreak. The air was thick with the scent of damp earth and decay, the kind of night where the moon hid like a coward behind blackened clouds. I stood by the rusted gates of St. Agnes Cemetery, my boots sinking into the mud, heart pounding like a war drum. I'd seen her profile on some sketchy dating app. Raven, she called herself. Her picture was all shadows and smolder, eyes like twin voids that promised trouble. "Meet me where the living don't linger," her message read, with coordinates to this godforsaken graveyard. I was hooked like a moth to a funeral pyre. She was waiting by a crooked headstone, her silhouette sharp against the fog. Raven wore a tattered black dress that clung to her like a second skin, her hair a cascade of midnight spilling over pale shoulders. Her lips were red as fresh blood, and when she smiled, it was like the devil himself was offering me a deal. "You came," she whispered, voice low and smoky, like a jazz club at the end of the world. I grinned, my pulse a runaway train. Wouldn't miss it. We didn't talk much at first. Words felt cheap in a place like this, where the graves whispered to secrets older than sin. She took my hand, her fingers cold as marble but soft, like they'd never known a day's work. We wandered past crumbling mausoleums, her laughter echoing like a broken bell. She spun me under a gnarled oak, her touch electric, her eyes burning holes through my chest. "Dance with me," she said, and we did, our boots kicking up dirt, the night alive with the rhythm of our defiance. I swore I heard the bones beneath us hum along, a chorus of the dead cheering our rebellion. We sat on a cracked tombstone, sharing a flask of cheap whiskey that burned like regret. She told me stories, wild, impossible tales of starless nights and forgotten wars, her voice weaving spells that made the graveyard feel like a cathedral. I was falling hard. Her lips met mine, and they tasted of ash and honey, a kiss that felt like stealing fire from hell. My hands roamed her back, feeling the curve of her spine, the chill of her skin. She was perfect, too perfect, like a dream you know you'll pay for later. Hours bled into eternity. We lay on a bed of moss between graves, her head on my chest, my fingers tangled in her hair. This is it, I thought, the kind of love that breaks the world. She whispered my name, her breath cold against my neck, and I swore I'd carve our story into the stars. Chaos be damned. The night felt infinite, like we could outrun death itself. But then the wind shifted, carrying a sour, rotting stench. I ignored it at first, lost in her. Her kisses grew hungrier, her grip tighter, nails digging into my arms like she was clawing her way out of something. The fog thickened, and I caught a glint in her eyes. Not love, but something older, hungrier. My stomach twisted. "Raven," I said, voice shaky, "what's your deal?" She smiled, but it wasn't her smile anymore. It was too wide, too sharp, like a skull grinning through torn flesh. I pulled back, heart hammering, and that's when I saw it. Her dress wasn't just tattered. It was caked with dirt, clinging to her like it had been buried for years. Her skin, pale before, now looked wrong, sallow and patched, like it was peeling back to show something underneath. I stumbled to my feet, the flask falling, whiskey soaking the ground. The moonlight broke through the clouds, and I saw the truth. Her hands bony and gray, nails chipped and caked with earth. Her face, God, her face wasn't hers anymore. It was a mask, sagging with hollow sockets where those burning eyes had been. I scrambled back, tripping over a headstone, and there it was, carved in weathered granite. Raven Ellsworth, 1872 to 1893. Rest in peace. My breath caught, bile rising. The ground beside the grave was disturbed, a fresh mound of dirt like a wound in the earth. She clawed her way out. Raven stood, or whatever she was, her body swaying like a puppet on frayed strings. "You said you'd love me," she rasped, voice now a hiss of worms and dust. "Even in death." I ran, heart pounding louder than the screams I didn't dare let out, her laughter chasing me through the fog. The gates of St. Agnes loomed ahead, but I swear I felt her cold fingers brush my neck, her whisper in my ear, "You can't outrun forever." I didn't look back. I couldn't. But as I stumbled into the street, the city lights blinding, I knew I'd left my heart in that graveyard, buried with a corpse I'd kissed, loved, and almost died for.